Whoa. Why y'all so happy?
You don't know? Charvette Mitchell is on the radio.
It's time to get motivated, excited, and influenced. Why? It's the Charvette Mitchell Radio Show, live from Richmond, Virginia. And now, here to motivate, excite, and influence you, Charvette Mitchell.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Charvette Mitchell Radio Show, broadcasting live from the capital city of Richmond, Virginia, but heard all across the World Wide Web. Yep, hey, dolls, hey, gents. We are so excited to have all those that are tuning in. Listen, Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and, of course, Charvette.com, and those that are listening from perhaps an Alexa device and iTunes and iHeartRadio and all of those places. We are so glad to have you checking us out another episode, another time here on the Charvette Mitchell Radio Show. And you know the goal of my show, the goal is to motivate, excite, and influence. And listen, this firecracker that I have here in the virtual green room that I'm going to be bringing up to the mic is going to do just that. We're so excited and honored to have Aprille Franks, a master business strategist, coming in to just share some nuggets with us. And listen, when you finish listening to her, you are going to want to dominate everything that is in your way. And so shout out to all those that are listening in on the phone lines. We see you. Hello. Listen, go ahead and share this out on social media wherever you are listening in from. I know you're following me. Listen, follow me, Facebook.com/Charvette, Twitter.com/Charvette, and, of course, Instagram, Charvette M. And if you missed all of that and you said, Charvette, you talking too fast, girl, I can't hear what you said, just go to Charvette.com. You'll find all of the information that you need right there. And so let's go ahead and jump in to today's segment. Aprille Franks, she's a master business strategist, and really she has a goal to close the gender pay gap by helping women make more money through entrepreneurship. She's a sought-after speaker, sought-after teacher, sought after everything. I'm telling you what, she's helped so many clients, 2,000-plus clients, really propel and go forward in their business. And
it's the Charvette Mitchell Radio Show. Charvette will be back after this.
Dominate? We are here for it. So coming up to the mic right now, Aprille Franks, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Charvette. Thanks for having me.
We are glad to have you, and certainly in this time period that we are in, I know that you have been spending a lot of time just chatting with your community. And you know, what are you feeling out there? What is it that what kind of messages have you been saying to people to keep them going?
Well, you know, I think that during this time of it sounds so crazy to say pandemic, but that's exactly what it is. I think it's really a period of time that's going to allow leaders to really rise. And for those who really weren't in it to lead from the get-go, I think they're going to fall to the wayside. You know, I think that those brands are going to dwindle out. I think people are recognizing right now that being innovative and learning to pivot and really think about your community and the people that you serve should be at the forefront of your vision for your company and for your brand. And so I think that's what this period is bringing about, innovation and pivoting, or the drowning, So some people are going to innovate and pivot and do amazing and come out on the other side of this so much more up in abundance than previous years. And some people are going to falter.
Well, and we hope you guys are not on the falter side. That's why we want you to listen in and keep it locked right here with Aprille Franks. And so you've been doing a lot with Domination Nation, which is a little bit of a shift. If there have been people that have followed you, talk to me about this concept of domination and why you have taken the reins on that.
I think Domination Nation really is just about you being the best you can be. It's really not. It's about you dominating your own personal best. How can you be the best leader, the best coach or speaker, or the best ministry leader over your past performance? And are you doing the things that are in alignment with the vision that you have and the goals that you set for your organization or your business, your brand, however you best identify. So that's really what domination is about. I think one of the things, and I used to tell this story when I would speak on stages sometimes, and that was, my parents, they did the best they could growing up. And one of the things that I recognized was that I never actually heard the words like, you can be the best. Like, do this so that you're the best. I don't really remember that being like a resounding tone. And I think for the most part, I think parents, it's a challenge being a parent, because you're trying to keep this kid alive and make sure that they grow up to be, a positive contribution to society. But at the same time, one of the things I recognize is that so many people float in that mediocre or marginal space where they do just enough that people might know that they're there, but they never really go full throttle. And so the whole Domination Nation is just about you going full throttle, about you putting it all on the line and really harnessing all the brilliance that you have that you can offer.
Oh, and why do people hang around the outskirts like that? Is it fear? What is it?
Man, there's so many different things. I think one of the biggest ones is fear, for sure. I think people are, I think fear and complacency. I think fear, plays a part in it. People are afraid to move forward. People are afraid to do what's different. But I think before fear really is complacency. I think people are just complacent. And just like this, and I said this earlier on another interview I did, this pandemic is going to really test the resolve of entrepreneurs, of business leaders. It is going to show its ugly head and show if you're really made of what you say that you're made of, if you're really here to lead, or you're really here to provide services, or you're really here to inspire or motivate or empower. Are you really here to transform? I think this is revealing, is exposing all of us. And I think it's up to us to make sure that when we are, not if, but when you're exposed, that what people see is in alignment with what you've been saying this whole time.
Ooh, that's good right there. If you just tuned in, you are listening to Aprille Franks, Master Business Coach. Listen, this is some Oprah Life Class stuff right here, because there are contradictions in what we are saying and what is coming forth and showing forth. And so I want to go back in time a little bit, because certainly we have the Master Business Strategist, and you have, like, how many people are in Domination Nation now, roughly?
18,000 some odd people.
Okay, so we have that, but that hasn't always been the story and hasn't been always been the case. Can you just share with the listeners just some of the maybe things in the beginning of where you started? I love how your bio starts off saying that you made $17,480.43 in profit within 37 days following bankruptcy. And so talk a little bit about the early days.
Sure, the early days was, it's almost like, let me give you this example for everyone out there. If anyone here has ever had a utility shut off, okay, I don't know what your life is like today, but I know my life, my 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 21-year-old self was pretty, young, right? And me and one of my best friends, we always say, girl, those was our young and dumb stages. And I think we all can relate to that, right? And so it's almost like, if you've ever had anything disconnected, the energy that you use to come up with the money is where people should be in their business every day. That whole backed up against the wall, you need these lights on, you need food in the pantry, you need the water to run. That sense of urgency around who all now you can think of to call to borrow it, or what side hustle you can do in order to make some extra money, or you forgot you had this you can sell, or what have you. Same energy is what people need in their business every single day in order to move that needle forward. That same eager energy, that same all possibilities energy, that same thinking outside the box energy. We need that on a consistent basis. So for me, in the early days, when the lights was getting cut off and I was going through bankruptcy, but also still figuring it out, also still, Charvette, keeping the faith, but also still working towards, right? Still working towards the vision, still working towards empowering women, it's still working towards developing the platform, doing what I could do with what I had. that's the most important thing to me. Like I wasn't born with a silver spoon. My parents didn't make that much money. My father died 2 years ago. He didn't have life insurance. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. So I definitely don't come from money. I come from strength. I come from power. I come from resilience, sure. But I think that's kind of where we are right now is let's really, for me, those beginning days really set the tone for me to be resilient so that when things like this current pandemic happen, I'm pivoting. I'm not panicking.
Oh, pivoting and not panicking. And if you use that, quote Aprille Franks. Pivoting and not panicking. And I bring that up because oftentimes people look at and focus on where people are right now today and say, well, it's easy for you to pivot, Aprille, because you have 18,000 people in your community, and it's easy for you to say live on the edge and think outside the box. But all of us and anyone you're looking at that has made it to a certain level, there have been steps along the way. And so talking about pivot, well, I know you were on Facebook Live earlier talking about pivot and all of that.
Yes,
what do you want to talk about that?
Well, and what I want to say to your point about people look at people now when they make these judgments, I would really urge you to say, judge yourself. Look at yourself. Look at where you come from. Just like even if where you are at today is not where you want to be, there still was a journey to get to wherever you're at. And to get to wherever you're wanting to go, there's still going to be a journey. And I didn't start with, making all this money. My first job, I made $2.80 an hour. My first car note was $113,000. My first apartment, my rent was $118 a month. And I was getting $234 in food stamps. So when people talk about the now, don't worry about the now. I deserve this. I worked for this.
Absolutely.
And you work for what you have. And here's the truth. If you look around, every single one of you listening, look around. Just take an inventory. Just sit on the edge of your seat and exhale, put your shoulders down, close your eyes, and just think about the life that you have today. You deserve that life because that's the life you worked for. If it's not what you want, then we have to make a new decision to get in alignment with the life we want. And see, that's an unpopular conversation, Charvette, because people don't want to talk about being accountable.
No, and it's uncomfortable, we don't want to be uncomfortable.
Yeah. They don't want to be accountable to, okay, you say you want to do this, well, then let's do it. You say you want to write a book, write the book. You say you need a new website so you can position yourself as a leader, authority, an author, speaker, whatever, a coach. Get the website built. You say you want to learn how to attract people to your brand. Buy the course. When you buy it, open the modules. When you open them, take it. When you take it, do the work. And when you get a result, and whether it's what you want or what you don't want, do it again and get a different result. And that's what this comes down to. It comes down to where are we aligned. And so when you talk about pivoting, this is a time for us all to be innovative, right, and consistent. What can you do differently? And this, again, I'm going to use that electricity shut-off example. You can find all the ways to come up with that power bill money. This is the same thing. In your brand or your business, sit down or stand up, rather, put your back against the wall and come up with all the ways of the things that you've been wanting to do, the things that you've been writing down that you're going to do, the things that you wish you could do, and get busy on doing them.
Get busy. You heard it. You heard it, Aprille Franks. If you're just tuning on in, shout out to Ronnie Walker. He says some great information by two great business women. Thank you, Ronnie, for listening in. Aprille, I know there are people that are saying, okay, where's Domination Nation? How do I get into our community? Let's share that information.
Absolutely, yeah. If you want to join me, and let me tell you who the best people to join me. It's people that, first of all, that you don't mind colorful language, people that don't mind doing the work. People, I'm serious. I'm not for everybody, and I'm good with that. People that are just ready or where you're at is just not what you want. And so you can go to joinaprille.com, and that'll take you directly to the group. Join, APRILLE.com. It'll take you directly to the group.
All right, it will take you there. Now, I know that you have some promotions, some different things going on. Anything you want to share in particular with our audience?
Thank you for that. When we were coming up with, once we realized that, our world was going to be shutting down in various components, and I'm most excited for your replay listeners. I'm most excited for when we replay this 90 days from now, and we're in such a different position. When we replay this 6 months from now, when we reshare this on the year's anniversary of today, how different business is going to be. I'm so excited.
Oh, I just got chills, Aprille. Literally, I just got chills.
I mean, seriously,
I just got chills.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the replay viewers, because this is going to be when you can look back and say, remember when we was all locked in. And the question is, what did you do? So what we're doing to make an epic impact is we are scholarshiping 10,000 spots to our monthly membership called Tribe Domination Academy, so that people can join and only pay $1 for 90 days. So their first 90 days is $1. All they have to do is go to join TDA.com, which stands for Tribe Domination Academy. Just go to jointda.com, and for $1, they literally are getting 4 live coaching sessions and over 100 trainings in our arsenal. So that's kind of our way of stimulating people to get into action and to remain in focus.
Mic drop on that. Like, literally, there's no excuse, listeners. Like, literally, there is no excuse. And you are looking for, and you have an aim and a goal for 10,000 people. I love it.
10,000 people, yes. Tell all of your entrepreneurial friends. And this benefits all of us. It benefits every single person taking it. And if every single person taking it goes out and they impact 250 people, that literally is an impact of 2.5 million individuals that we can start the movement on. And so that's why this is so important, this time period, for us to really get focused and just hunker down and take care of your families, do what you got to do there, and align yourself with the vision that you have for your business at the same time.
And not but, listeners, and. Shout out to Monique Danielle, said, this is great and timely conversation. I swear I needed this. Thanks for listening in, Monique. We appreciate you. Listen, we're going to take a very quick commercial break. When we come back, Aprille, I would love for you to share. You have, from a Facebook Live standpoint, and just getting in front of and staying in front of your audience, I want to just spend a little bit of time there because there are so many people who still have a fear of using live streaming and how that really is going to help them in this time period. So we're going to talk about that right after this quick commercial break. Listeners, don't you move. We'll be right back.
It's the Charvette Mitchell Radio Show. Charvette will be back after this.
I need answers to my tax questions. Where can I find them?
Need answers? Try our Interactive Tax Assistant on irs.gov/ITA. Simply select your tax questions, provide your information, and it gives you answers. Also, check our Help and Resources page and try our online tax map. 5,000 tax topics from A to Z. Plus, you can access forms, publications in a variety of formats.
Are you starting a new business, releasing a CD, writing a new book? Consider Mitchell Productions for your web design services. Visit www.mitchell-productions.com for portfolio samples, specials, and package prices. Remember, a website is not a luxury item. It's a necessity. Check out mitchell-productions.com or find them at facebook.com/Mitchell Productions.
She's here to motivate, excite, and influence you. She's Charvette Mitchell. Charvette Mitchell. It's the Charvette Mitchell Radio Show with in-depth interviews from today's leading authors, gospel artists, stars that you want to know about. And now, Charvette Mitchell.
All right, welcome back again. Thank you for all of those that are tuning in. Also on the phone lines, we see you so much. We're chatting it up here with Aprille Franks. Listen, a master business strategist, business coach. He's got a goal to close the gender pay gap by helping women make more money through entrepreneurship. And we are so delighted to be chatting it up in the virtual studio right now. So, Aprille, let's jump back in. And so definitely one way I definitely want to make sure we know about the Facebook group. Also want to make sure they know about your Facebook pages because you have and have always gravitated and embraced Facebook Live. Talk a little bit about that one tool and how that can help change businesses.
Listen, first of all, just for anybody listening that doesn't know me, if you haven't heard this before, I used to hate social media. So there you go. I used to hate it. So, okay, so you don't just have to wake up, tomorrow morning and just love it. But what you do need to do, and Charvette, what I think people need to do is they need to be more concerned about their positioning in their purpose and their profits than they do with how they feel about getting on the camera. Because here's the truth. The truth is, and correct me if I'm wrong, people, feel free to inbox me anywhere online. Who else is running a commercial for you? Who right now, where can I find anyone saying that you're amazing? Where can I find your brilliance being taught? Where can I learn about you? Who is saying that? Exactly.
We'll wait.
Nobody. Right, exactly. Right. No one. No one is doing that. No one is, showing up for you to say, hey, this person has a good book. Hey, have you read, this person's latest blog, or did you see their last LinkedIn post, or did you see their Instagram story? No one's saying that. So if you don't become the spokesperson for your brand, people will find someone who is the spokesperson for their brand, whether that is video, audio, it doesn't matter. You've got to decide. So for me, video is easy. I can easily hop on, and people will say, you might because you look this way or you look that way. Let me tell you something. I have been on live in the 200-plus club, and I have been on live in the 175-plus club. So I have been on live feeling good, not feeling good, with my hair whipped, with my hair looking crazy, makeup on and freshly whipped and all together, and also just woke up in the morning. So you just got to decide that your mission and your vision is more important than how you feel. Because you know
so
why, Trevor?
Why?
Because people go to work feeling any kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
They will go to a job feeling any kind of way, looking any kind of way, and still perform. But you can't do that for your own business. I think that's a mental shift.
Something's wrong. Yeah, absolutely. And what I was getting ready to say and start laughing, I saw you posted just a day or two ago or something, and your mom said, what's wrong with your hair? Wasn't that after a live?
It was after a live. And she called me on Facebook video, and she was like, what's wrong? That's the first thing she said. I said, hey, Mama. She said, girl, what's wrong with your hair? I said, you got the message, didn't you? Didn't you get the message?
Then you get the message.
Listen, wait a minute,
well, you're
sidebar.
So right.
Why are parents so funny when they get older? It's like they will hurt your feelings. You need strong self-esteem when you grow up.
Yes, and listen, my mother is listening in right now. Hello, Betty G. Stanley Mitchell, and that's something she would do and say. But it's all love. But yeah, she'll definitely early on. She'll say, "You said too many times. Find some other words. Get you a list of words to say, so you don't say all the time."
Listen, we love the mamas. So shout out to all the mamas out there and the daddies that's critiquing us.
Yeah, and you know what? Speaking of your mom, you have said this before, but I just think it's so powerful to bring up how you had a goal of, I want to take my mom off her job, and you did that. And so share a little bit about that.
Yeah, probably 5 years ago it was a goal. I wanted to take my mom off of her job and retire her and pay her paycheck. And my business has afforded me the opportunity to do that. And so my mother, I retired her February 3rd, 2018. And so it's been over 2 years now. And this is why we do this stuff. And so that's why, right, when you get really connected to, like, obviously it's a lifestyle and it's helping people. It's all the things, right? It's the vanity. It's all of it. It's you wanted a nicer car because you never had one, or you wanted, to be able to be consistent with your grooming, or you wanted to be able to retire a parent or pay off your son's debt from college or whatever it is. This is why. And when you get so connected to that, there's no distractions big enough to get in your way.
None at all. None at all. Oh, good. I'm so glad. I just wanted you to share that. One more time, let's give all of the connection points, how they can get in Domination Nation, how they can get in the Academy, all that.
Absolutely. So make sure you write this down. So if you want to just connect with me and see if we vibe, then you can just join my Facebook group. It's called Domination Nation. You can go and search it on Facebook, or you can just go to joinaprille.com, and it'll take you right there. If you're looking to get busy and get to work and you want some coaching and training and you want to take advantage of our Tribe Domination Academy for the $1 for 90 days, then you'll simply go to jointda.com, and you can jump right in and literally start learning in the next 5 minutes.
There you have it. There you have it. So I have one other question for you. The goal of my show is to motivate, excite, and influence, and we want to know what continues to motivate Aprille Franks.
I mean, honestly, it sounds so cheesy, but really, I'm like a legacy person. Like, I just want to leave a mark. You know, I want to be able to, I'm so attracted to the results of what people get. You know, and even, you know, when I talk to you, because Charvette was a big part of our tribe, and she's spoken for us. She's sponsored our conference multiple times. Our people in our community have hired her to help them. And I think what's important is just people know that I want to leave a mark where people are actually, that their lives are changed, that I'm some part of that journey. Like, that's like the biggest thing, where you're able to leave your job, or you're able to create an additional stream of income that makes a huge impact in your family or community. Like, I want to be known for that. I want people to say, because of this person, this has changed. This person started me on my path, or this person is helping me in my path. And that's really what I want. Like, that's what I really, like, truly get off on. All this other stuff, you know, it really doesn't I don't get really excited about. What I get excited about is the results of people, because I know how entrepreneurship has changed my life, and I want other people to experience that.
Well said, well said. And definitely I can shout out, I was a participant in one of your coaching programs having profitable events, and it was absolutely, those of you that are familiar with my pop-up conference, we're going into the 5th year, it was absolutely one of the pivotal things that shifted my business and my brand, and so I definitely can attribute that to you, so I want to shout you out for that. Definitely with the events, that was such a pivotal, transitional thing for my business, and I can definitely give you kudos for that.
Thank you. Well, let me just say this before we go. Charvette is an amazing leader. She is a doer. And so if you all are listening, you know, to this show, make sure that you share it with your friends, because she is a doer. She shows up. She puts in 110% of what is necessary, and she does what she says she's going to do. And so for that, you know, you all have a fantastic leader in her, and I'm not just saying that, it's true. She shows up, she does the work, she doesn't complain, and she's always there, and she's present. So, I mean, you know, iron sharpens iron, and that's how this all should work.
Oh, man, our time went by so fast. That just means we're just going to have you back. We're just going to have you back another time. But I honor your time, and I am conscious that you have many other things going on. But thank you so much for stopping by the Charvette Mitchell Radio Show.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I'll see you in the nation.
Yes, ma'am. All right, listeners, that is a wrap for today's show. Listen, we have much more in store for you. Keep connected at charvette.com and follow me on Facebook and Twitter. We'll see you later. Bye.
Live from Richmond, Virginia, you've been listening to the Charvette Mitchell Radio Show. Catch Charvette Mitchell every Tuesday at 6 p.m., interviewing all the stars you want to hear from. So until next week, stay motivated, excited, and influenced. This is the Charvette Mitchell Radio Show.